What if the water you trust to keep you alive is quietly introducing something your body was never designed to handle? Before we go deeper, if you're curious about how hidden environmental factors silently shape your biology, your aging, and your long-term health, make sure to subscribe. Because what you're about to hear might completely change how you see something as simple as a glass of water. Because this isn't just about pollution. This is about what's happening inside your cells right now. And the truth is far more complex than most people realize. Number 10, the invisible passenger. Imagine pouring a glass of crystal clear water, only to find out it carries invisible fragments, like microscopic shards of glass drifting silently through your body. These are microplastics, particles smaller than 5 millimeters, often far smaller. And recent studies show they are now found in tap water, bottled water, and even rainwater. A 2018 global analysis by Orb Media found microplastics in over 83% of tap water samples worldwide. More recent research published in Environmental Science and Technology 2022 confirmed that bottled water can contain even higher concentrations. But here's the unsettling part. Your body doesn't recognize these particles as food, nutrients, or even typical toxins. They are foreign, persistent, and biologically confusing. And that confusion is where the real story begins. Number 9, the gut barrier disruption. Think of your gut lining as a tightly guarded border, a selective wall that decides what enters your bloodstream. Now imagine tiny plastic fragments acting like unauthorized intruders, pressing against that barrier. Research in Science of the Total Environment 2021 suggests microplastics can disrupt intestinal permeability, potentially contributing to what scientists call leaky gut. This involves proteins like zonulin, which regulate tight junctions between gut cells. When these junctions loosen, particles, toxins, and inflammatory signals can slip into circulation. This doesn't mean instant disease. But over time, chronic low-grade inflammation can quietly accelerate aging at a cellular level, particularly through oxidative stress pathways. In other words, the damage isn't loud, it's cumulative. Number 8, the inflammation trigger. Now let's zoom deeper into your immune system. Your body treats unknown particles like a threat. Microplastics can activate immune responses, triggering pro-inflammatory cytokines such as IL6 and TNF-alpha, molecules directly linked to chronic inflammation. A 2023 review in Nature Reviews Microbiology highlighted how persistent foreign particles may contribute to systemic inflammation. And here's why that matters. Chronic inflammation is one of the strongest drivers of biological aging, often called inflammaging. It slowly damages tissues, accelerates cellular wear, and increases the risk of conditions like cardiovascular disease and metabolic dysfunction. So while you may not feel anything immediately, your immune system might already be reacting. Number 7, the oxidative stress effect. Picture your cells as tiny energy factories. Now imagine sparks flying inside them, damaging DNA, proteins, and membranes. That's oxidative stress. Studies, including one in Environmental Pollution 2022, show microplastics can increase reactive oxygen species, ROS, production. These molecules damage mitochondria, the very engines that power your cells. And when mitochondria decline, energy drops, repair slows, aging accelerates. This is one of the key biological pathways, linking environmental exposure to long-term health outcomes. Not instantly noticeable, but deeply significant over time. Number 6, hormonal interference. Here's where it gets even more subtle. Microplastics don't just exist as particles. They often carry chemical additives like bisphenol A, BPA, and phthalates. These are known as endocrine disruptors. They can mimic or interfere with hormones like estrogen, affecting systems that regulate metabolism, reproduction, and even mood. According to the Endocrine Society, 2023, exposure to these compounds is linked to disruptions in hormonal signaling pathways. And hormones are not just about reproduction. They influence how your body stores fat, repairs tissue, and even how your skin ages. Which means this isn't just about internal health. It may also influence how you age externally. Quick question. Do you mostly drink tap water or bottled water? Comment tap or bottle below, because the answer might surprise you later in the video. Number 5, the bloodstream discovery. Now here's something that changed the conversation completely. In 2022, a groundbreaking study published in Environment International detected microplastics in human blood samples for the first time. Let that sink in, not just passing through your digestive system, but circulating inside your body. Researchers found polymers like polyethylene terephthalate, PET, commonly used in plastic bottles. This suggests that microplastics can cross biological barriers and potentially reach organs. The long-term implications are still being studied, but the fact that they're there raises questions science is only beginning to answer. Number 4, the cellular interaction. Imagine a tiny particle interacting directly with your cells, not just passing by, but influencing behavior. Lab studies have shown microplastics can interact with cell membranes, potentially affecting how cells communicate and function. Some evidence suggests they may interfere with processes like autophagy, the system your body uses to clean out damaged cellular components. Autophagy is essential for slowing aging. When it's disrupted, cellular waste accumulates, and that accumulation is one of the hidden drivers of biological decline. Number 3, the brain connection. Now let's go even further. Emerging animal studies suggest that very small plastic particles, nanoplastics, may cross the blood-brain barrier. This barrier exists to protect your brain from harmful substances, but if particles can bypass it, they may influence neurological health. Research published in Science Advances 2023 indicates potential links between nanoplastics and neuroinflammation. This doesn't mean direct cognitive decline in humans yet, but it highlights a possibility that environmental exposure may not just affect your body, but also your brain. Number 2, the accumulation problem. Here's the key issue most people miss. It's not about one glass of water. It's about accumulation. Microplastics are persistent, meaning they don't easily break down inside the body. Over time, repeated exposure from water, food, and air may lead to a gradual buildup. A 2023 report by the United Nations Environment Program emphasized that microplastics are now present in nearly every ecosystem, and increasingly in human biological systems. This makes the issue less about immediate toxicity and more about long-term exposure patterns, which brings us to the most important question of all. Number 1, what this actually means for your health. So, should you panic? No, because here's the truth grounded in current science. There is still no conclusive evidence that microplastics directly cause specific diseases in humans, but there is growing evidence that they interact with key biological systems involved in aging, inflammation, oxidative stress, hormonal balance, cellular repair, and these systems shape your long-term health trajectory. So the real takeaway isn't fear, it's awareness, because health is rarely determined by one single factor. It's shaped by thousands of small exposures repeated over time. Now, quick pause. If you made it this far, share this video with someone who drinks bottled water every day, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think this is a serious health risk or something overhyped? Because your perspective might change how someone else sees this. The final perspective. Microplastics are not a dramatic, immediate threat. They are something more subtle, a quiet variable in the equation of human health. A reminder that the modern environment is influencing biology in ways we are only beginning to understand. And perhaps the most powerful shift you can make is not reacting with fear, but thinking with precision. Because once you see the invisible, you start making decisions differently. And if this made you question how your daily habits connect to your biology, then the next video you need to watch is called Why Your Personality Type Dictates the Best Way for You to Exercise. Because what if your body isn't just shaped by what you consume, but by how your brain is wired? Watch that next, and you might unlock something even deeper about your health. And before you go, like the video, subscribe, and stay curious.